Alright, hey guys, I know I've posted, this will be the third time today, sorry about that, pretty bored, but I wanted to just kind of come on here and rant a little bit, or not really rant so much as, like, spit a little bit of truth, you know. So, obviously this is my channel, I decided to just say screw the opening video and just post me singing because that's what I'm most comfortable with. I'm awkward as fuck when I talk, and I'm very scatterbrained, so my stories go 5 million different ways, so hopefully you can keep up. Alright, so I wanted to get on the topic of kids thinking their parents owe them a car. Now, I have always been very privileged, and I will fully admit that, but I've gotten screwed around quite a bit, and I ended up, I have my own vehicle now. But my first vehicle I bought myself. I worked for the money I had painted a house and moved the furniture and cleaned it and all this other shit, and I, end up getting like $1,000 or whatever, and I bought my first truck. And it was a piece of shit, and that's, how it goes. It was cheap as hell. But, even as a female, and I feel like women definitely get that rep when they're teenagers of, oh, mommy and daddy bought you this vehicle. Mommy and daddy did this for you. Oh, daddy's princess, blah, blah, blah. See, and I get that. Like, my dad, he bought me a Jeep because he wanted my truck. So it was a trade. But I ended up back with what I originally had in the first place. And now, a long story short, I've, traded to the vehicle I have now that's probably only worth $800. Kind of screwed myself. But it's whatever. I'm gonna, make some more money and get a better vehicle at the end of the day. So, there's all these kids, and, I'm 18 years old. I know these people. There's so many, even, I know this girl whose boyfriend literally bought her almost every single vehicle she's ever had. So, yeah. That's kind of crazy to me. And I get it. If you're gonna help out somebody, you're gonna help out somebody. But, when you think you're entitled to these things, I'm privileged because my parents let me and my fiance live at their house, and I'm an adult. They fully could have kicked me the hell out and said, go find your own fucking place to live. You're an adult. Figure it out. They could have, but they didn't. They were, they want us to save money and be smart and have capable lives and start off with a good start to life and be smart about things. So, even while I haven't had a job, I have always cleaned the house, taken care of everything, just did things so my mom or my dad didn't have to come home and worry about it. And I feel like that's something that any kid should do. And I mean, even if you are a teenager, which I technically still am a teenager, but a underage teenager, you should still do these things for your parents because literally parents do so much shit for people, and you only got one mom and you only got one dad. And a lot of kids nowadays don't really realize that shit. And also, a lot of these parents out here just don't discipline their kids whatsoever. And it's kind of fucking sad. And, that makes really selfish, bratty-ass kids that think they're entitled to everything. Well, I was raised to earn what I get and not ask for a handout and do everything in my power to do what I can for myself so I can go get to my job or whatever the situation is. I'm driving a super beat up Bravada, but it doesn't matter because it has heat, it takes gas, and it runs and drives, and that's all that really matters right now. And I'm just trying to get a house. That's another thing, though. There's all, branching off of spoiled, entitled kids. They turn into these adults that sit and want things handed to them. And we also know many people like this, me and my fiance. Also, sorry if that one video with a slideshow was kind of broken up. The app I use is kind of screwy. I don't know how to... That was rude. I don't know how to like edit and all that crap, so gonna have to take it how it is, and I'll get better hopefully over time. But I appreciate all the views that I've gotten so far, because it's kind of crazy. I just opened this yesterday and I got 54 views or something on my first video, so thank you a lot for whomever was watching. I appreciate it. But yeah, these adults, people that we know, just like these entitled kids, because of parenting that was not done correctly, or even parents that did everything they're supposed to, but kids just, they see all of this shit and they just want it. So that branches off to when they're an adult. And there's many people we know that just sit around and they'll make fun of, like my fiance, he, had bought a truck, and literally it was crazy how many of these dudes, these grown-ass men, and really they're little boys if they're gonna be talking shit about an 18-year-old who bought his first fucking Duramax, so have that, but they were talking shit because he bought a truck, a $10,000 truck at 18. You're really? It's on payments. He's building his credit up right now. He's getting a house. It's just so sad to me, and it was literally out of jealousy, and that's the whole thing. We try to not take hate personally, and what I've learned is usually people want the good that you have because they once had that and lost it, and now they are envious of anyone who does have that good in their life. I live my life to where, what I have is good enough and makes me happy, and I want to always have room to grow. I always want to do more and build more and create more and live better, and I don't know, just reaching opportunities and having room for growth in a career spot. Like the job I recently just got accepted into, I'm waiting on a phone call. It is a type of company where it's a small business and I can grow and flourish with it, and I think that's really freaking cool. And I just decided to post YouTube videos because I like music, I like singing, and fuck it, why not? So that's how I felt. I just figured I'd come in here real quick and give you a little tidbit on what I was kind of just thinking around in my mind, bored as hell. It probably usually won't be 3 videos a day, especially when I start my job, so gonna have to bear with me, and hopefully I can get some sort of more knowledge on how to edit and how to create better content for people, and I hope everyone enjoys it, and I hope everyone has a great day. Bye!